Okay, so everybody, thank you for joining me for this spring apothecary or spring wellness class. I'm so happy that you're on here with me. So as we go today, I will record this class. So feel free if you have other friends, family members, anybody who you think could benefit from the information in this class, you can absolutely share it. Or if you have people who you really want to share this information with, but may not be able to see this class, reach out to me and I can absolutely set up another class, even specific to any information that you want to learn about or that a group of people want to learn about. And I always have lots of little fun incentives for people who are looking to share this information and bring people to the classes. So reach out and let me know. So just a little bit of housekeeping before we get started. If you have a notepad, pen and paper close by, I would suggest that you grab it because there'll be a lot of information today. I hope you're really gonna grab some good tidbits out of this. But feel free to grab that if right now if you have that close by. But if not, like I said, I'll record it and you can go back and listen again. So I really want to thank you for joining me today and taking the time out of your Saturday. And a little bit about myself. So for those of you who don't know me, my name's Mandy. I am a registered massage therapist. I've been a registered therapist since 2002, registered holistic nutritionist, which I've been doing since 2005. My specialty with this is women's health and hormones, as well as digestive issues. So those are the areas that I'm coming from with my holistic nutrition. But of course, I touch on everything holistic nutrition. And I am a essential oil educator with doTERRA. So today's class, just a little rundown of what we'll cover. Nutritional focuses for spring, so foods we want to emphasize during this spring transition season. Lifestyle and household tips to bring into your life during spring. An essential oil apothecary for spring. So essential oils that are really effective to help deal with all things spring health related and seasonal discomforts. So that's just letting a few people in here. So those are the basic things that we're going to cover today during the class. And I'm just going to start my screen share here and we'll get into some of the slides. All right. Good morning. All right. So just a quick rundown of doTERRA to begin with. I just want to talk a little bit about why I've decided to choose these oils and the things that I love about them. So when I am talking about oils today, I will specifically be talking about doTERRA essential oils. And just to let you know, there are other oils that are on the market. There's some other great companies as well, but just do your research when you're using your oils. Make sure you're using something that's 100% pure. And some of the uses that I'll talk about are specific to doTERRA. So just to let you know that. So 3 cool things about essential oils. Oh, my slideshow's just freezing up here. Hang on. All right. So the first thing is that they are 100% safe. So there are no side effects with essential oils. They are natural, safe, easy to use, especially if you're using them in a proper way, so diluted properly. The extracts are from plants, 100% pure. With doTERRA, they are certified pure tested grade. So this means that the oils do not get into the bottles and into our hands if they are not tested for 100% purity, if they're not exactly what they say it is on the bottle. So that's the first thing. They are extremely safe to use, effective. So a little throwback to high school biology. Cell membrane is a fatty lipid layer, and essential oils, fats. So basically, this means they can penetrate into the cell membrane. So they work very quickly to help promote health, enhance our health, and they can really work very quickly this way. So they really penetrate into that cell membrane and are extremely effective. And the last thing is that they are affordable as well. So, which sometimes when we're starting out with essential oils, it seems like a bit of an investment to get going. And absolutely it can be, but they are very concentrated. So, really ended up being pennies per dose. Um, really, so in a run of the mill 15 ml bottle of essential oil, there are about 250 drops in there. So it's about 250 uses in that one little bottle. So really, they end up being pennies per dose. They can be affordable in that you have these remedies on hand at home. So if you have something like an earache in your family, a drop of peppermint, drop of tea tree behind the ear, or lavender tea tree behind the ear can really help that go away almost instantly. Whereas, you might be out running out to the pharmacy otherwise, and picking up medications or taking time off work to deal with these different maladies that are coming up in your household. So they really can end up being quite affordable if we once we have them on hand in our house. So, three ways. Sorry, my slideshow is really acting funny today. But so, three ways to use our essential oils. There's the first way is aromatic use. Second way is not going to be a surprise because it's already shown up there but on my slide. So first way is aromatic use. So this is basically smelling our essential oils. So there are several ways to do this. You can put a drop of oil into your hand. This is really great to do with peppermint or wild orange. Just really helps to boost the mood, energize us. You can put a drop into your hands, rub them together, get some heat going, and take a nice deep inhale. So that is a super easy way to use your essential oils aromatically. A little portable diffuser of your hands. You can use a diffuser in your house. This is a really great way to help cleanse the air of your home, promote atmosphere in your home. So whether you're looking to have more of a relaxing atmosphere before bed, or energize in the morning, or germ fighting, cleansing the air, so it can really help to support the respiratory system as well this way. So aromatic is our first use. Then topical is our next. So this is on the skin, on the body. So this is really great for localized benefits. So this psoriatic muscles and joints, skin issues. So we would just want to be mindful when we are using oils topically to dilute accordingly. So there are a few reasons why we want to dilute. It helps our oils to go farther, so we get more out of that bottle. Um, B, it helps the oil to stay on longer and penetrate into the skin better. If you've ever played around with essential oils and put them in your hand, you know that they're volatile. So basically, that means they evaporate really, really quickly. So putting them with a carrier oil will help it to last longer and penetrate into that skin better. And also for safety. So this is especially when we're talking about using oils with kids or anybody with really sensitive skin. Diluting is really key to. There are some oils that are not to that work well on the skin neat, so without dilution, like lavender, things like that. But some of the oils, especially the hotter oils, spicier oils, are really good to dilute, especially when we are working with kids or anybody who's a little extra sensitive. And the last use, if I can get my applied up here is internal. So this is unique to doTERRA, or specific to what I'm talking about with doTERRA today. So we can use our oils internally. So not every oil is able to be used internally. If you do look at the bottle with doTERRA oils, they do state on the label what they are what they're able to be used for. But a good rule of thumb is if the oil is derived from something that is an edible plant, then usually that oil is good for internal use. So there are a few different ways to use oils internally. So you can put them in your water. So I have a nice blend in my water here this morning. That's a really great way to take your oils. So just be sure if you're using oils in your water, you drinking out of glass or stainless steel, not out of plastic, because oils can degrade the plastic and then we end up ingesting that, and that's not what we want to do. I don't recommend drinking out of plastic anyway. So drop under the tongue is a really great way if you want to get a quick effect from the oil as well. Certain oils like copaiba, which are really great for helping with anxiety, helping with relaxation, are really great to do a drop under the tongue maybe an hour or so before bed. The roof of the mouth as well is a great one. You can put a drop of oil on your thumb. This is nice to do with peppermint or with frankincense. These are really helpful oils with headaches. A drop on the thumb, press it to the roof of your mouth and hold it for a few seconds, and then that's absorbed nicely in. So those are good ways that you're not tasting them as much either, if you don't love the taste of that particular oil. Another really great way to take oils internally is through veggie caps. So I had my capsules out. Oh, I put them away. So they're actually just an empty veggie cap, and they are. I buy mine through doTERRA. You can get them at a lot of health food stores as well. So you just open the capsules up, put a couple of drops of oil in, and you can close that up and take that internally. So it gets down through into the digestive system really quickly that way. When you're doing this, you don't want to prepare a lot ahead of time, because it will degrade the capsule, the essential oil sitting in there. So I usually only make enough for 1 or 2 days at once. If you do make them more than one use, I recommend putting them in a glass jar and keeping them in the freezer. That will help them to last a little bit longer, but no more than a couple days at once. So that is a really great way to use oils internally as well. This is also a great way if you are giving them to kids, because they don't have to taste them if they're drinking them in their water, depending on how sensitive their palates are. When I make my veggie capsules up for my daughter, who is 11 years old, I put the essential oils in, and I add a little bit of olive oil in there as well as a carrier oil. So that's it's a really nice thing to do as well. All right. So why have I chosen doTERRA in particular? Well, there are a few different reasons. First being I like to think that I'm a savvy customer. I don't like to spend my money on products that are not high quality, on not that aren't doing companies that are not promoting good in the world. I really like to align where I'm putting my money with where my values are. So that is one of the biggest reasons with doTERRA. I just love the quality of the oils, and I loved the idea behind the company and what they were doing. So doTERRA oils are, as I was saying before, are tested, are certified pure tested grade, means they're third party tested. There are no harmful synthetics or contaminants in these oils. They're confirmed pure and safe by many different levels of testing. And they undergo co-impact. They use a model called co-impact sourcing, which means they go out to farms and places that are already growing these plants in a safe and sustainable way, and harvest from these places. They don't have their own farms. They work with existing farmers and communities to help build them up. And I will get into that a little bit more as well. Again, the high standard of oils, they're 100% pure. in this industry, we don't always know what is in the bottles. If you go to the grocery store, go to the drugstore and buy an essential oil, chances are that is probably not a pure essential oil. To say pure, I think they only have to be 7% pure essential oil. It's very it's a very unregulated industry, and doTERRA has gone above and beyond in their testing to make sure that they are providing the most pure, potent plant botanicals that on the market. So I absolutely have fallen in love with their model, and that's why I love to share it. So I started it with doTERRA initially because of the quality, for my own personal use, and because as a holistic nutritionist, I'm always encouraging people to live a non-toxic lifestyle. So this has really aligned very well with what I'm already teaching people. But one of the big reasons that that I love the company even more, and that has really kept me on board with the company as well, is their co-impact sourcing model. So plants are grown around the world. Like I was saying, they don't have their own farms. So often companies will farm their different plants any climate, that wherever they have land to farm. So doTERRA chooses plants from the places where they grow with maximum therapeutic benefit. So places where these plants are growing either naturally or growing ideally. So they also go into these communities, work with the farmers to create better lives for the farmers. So they pay them fairly and on time. They uplift communities so well by doing things like building schools, so the kids don't have to go to work in the fields with their parents during the day. They maybe dig wells, so the community doesn't have to go and carry water. They provide education. They are making sure that they are basically taking care of that community, so that they in turn can continue to grow these amazing plants that doTERRA uses. Um, and the co-impact sourcing, you can also they have this amazing website called Source to You, which you can go on. Anybody can access that, and they tell you exactly where the plants are grown, the story behind it, and what they're doing in the communities that are growing these plants. And then they also have this really great foundation called the Healing Hands Foundation, which is basically like a charitable foundation. They do things like um, help to get rid of human trafficking or decrease that. Again, build wells, build schools. And as a doTERRA wellness advocate, if I had a great idea for something that I needed in my community, to help enhance people's lives, I could go to them and talk to them about that, and they could possibly help me get that set up in my community. So that's a really, really great thing about the company. Some of the amazing morals that they have. So I'm just going to get a little bit into now into spring, and some of the things that we can do nutritionally and lifestyle wise to enhance our spring health. So spring is a time of cleansing, internally, externally. It's a time that our energy starts to increase typically. Kind of we're getting off that sloughing off that winter um, heaviness, that sluggishness, that extra sleep that we want to get during the winter. It's also a time when some people suffer from seasonal discomforts, or so whether it's dealing with melting snow mold, or pollen in the air, things like that. So definitely a time that we can deal with these things as well. So I have a few solutions for you today to try to work with this too. So some of the things nutritionally that we want to focus on during spring is we want to start to focus on lighter, more cleansing foods. So not as much heavy, not so much the roasted, the fried, heavier oils, things like that. We want to maybe start focusing on fresher fruits and vegetables as they start to come into season. So fewer heavy, dense foods. So more cleansing foods like bitter greens. Bitter greens are a really great thing to focus on during the spring. So things like arugula, spinach, cilantro is a really great one. Nettle, if you're into foraging or finding wild foods, nettle is a great food to use during spring, but you can also get that dried and use it in teas. Um, these are all really great foods to start to incorporate during the spring to help support the liver and the cleansing effect that the liver likes or that the liver does do, and especially during spring. So maybe things like lightly steaming our vegetables, or eating some raw, steaming them, just lighter preparations of foods rather than the heavier, maybe fried and roasting and things like that we tend to gravitate to more in the winter. It's maybe switching up oils to more things like, more olive oil and lighter oils versus some of the heavier ones. So we still we maybe want to maybe we want to bring some more smoothies in during this time of year. So during the winter, sometimes a smoothie is not a very appealing thing to have for breakfast, at least not a cool one. During the spring, this is a time when maybe we start to think, hey, I want to get back on my smoothies again. And if you take a look back through any of my posts on my Instagram and Facebook, you'll see lots of ideas for green smoothies. I think early on, I even did a tutorial of some great ways to enhance your smoothies and things that you should do, things to avoid so that you're not getting a blood sugar bomb with your smoothie. But smoothies are a great thing to start incorporating. That being said, temperatures can still be up and down. I know, especially where I live, we woke up to quite a bit of snow this morning. So, it can be tough on our immune systems and our digestive systems as well to always have a lot of cold. So we still want to be working on enhancing our digestion. So we can do this using incorporating warming spices. So things like ginger, cardamom, cinnamon, those things into our cooking, into our foods. So whether you're adding it to salad dressings, to your smoothies, to your cooking and baking in general, these are really great spices to help enhance the digestion as well. Lemon water is really great to help increase your digestive enzymes. So this is my favorite way to start my day. Hydration, 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 and really great to help cleanse what's built up overnight, as our body tends to go through a lot of metabolic processes overnight. So lemon water in the morning is really great to help get those stimulate digestive juices, stimulate bile production, and help increase digestive enzymes to enhance our digestion in general. So if seasonal discomforts are something that you or family members or friends do tend to deal with, there are a few particular things that I do recommend to help with that nutritionally as well. So things like we want to make sure we're getting rid of any extra inflammation in the body, because when we have inflammation in the body already, and then we have these external things that are coming in, tends to overload the body, and that's why we get these symptoms. So eliminating things like dairy, wheat, refined sugar, these are really important to help decrease this inflammation in the body. And although these are things that tend to cause people problems a lot in general, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to get rid of them for good, but maybe just during this time when your symptoms are acting up. There are some different fruits and vegetables as well that tend to kind of increase these symptoms. Melons are a fruit that tend to have actually exacerbate seasonal discomforts or allergic symptoms as well. So melons are maybe one to stay away from during this time. Chamomile is an herb it's in the ragweed family. So if you're used to having chamomile tea every night, or a blend with chamomile in it, that might be something that you want to stay away from for this period of time. Not that it's a bad thing in general, but just can exacerbate those symptoms if you're having them. So these symptoms can show up in various different ways. A lot of people, it tends to be runny nose, itchy eyes, congestion, can be irritated eyes as well. So just be aware if these are things that you're dealing with in the spring, these might be some tips that you want to think about. We also want to increase our omega-3 fatty acids. So, fatty fish are a really great way to do this, or a fish oil supplement. I love salmon, mackerel, sardines. These are all the smaller fish. And when I say salmon, I'm wild caught salmon is the best choice for this. These are really great sources of omega-3 fatty acids. And these help to decrease inflammation in the body. Also, some seeds like hemp seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds are really great as well. Flax seeds, we want to be grinding before we're consuming, just they don't tend to digest very well otherwise. And chia seeds are really great to soak first in some water or some like a plant-based milk, and that kind of gives it that pudding consistency. It makes it a little bit easier for our system to use versus just being dry. They tend to go through the system a little faster that way. Increasing your vitamin C intake. So this is really something probably I would have recommended for the winter as well to help with the immune system, but it's also really great to help deal with seasonal discomforts and allergies, things like that. So making sure you're getting lots of vitamin C. And turmeric is another really great herb for inflammatory conditions. It's Turmeric's got so many great benefits, but so adding that into your diet, whether you're using fresh turmeric root, dried turmeric, you want to make sure you're having your turmeric with a bit of fat so that it is absorbing more through the body. And lifestyle wise, moving on to a few different tips for your lifestyle and your house. So aromatically, so with season, we're going to stick with seasonal discomfort here for a little bit longer. So there's this amazing trio of oils: lavender, lemon, and peppermint, that is super helpful for dealing with seasonal discomforts, congestion, things like that. So there are a few different ways to use these oils together. You can diffuse this. So you can put them in your diffuser, have them going throughout your house to help everybody in the household. It's also a beautiful scent, nice and fresh for this time of year. You can do a steam tent. So you can place a couple drops of each in a mug of hot water, and then place a towel over your head and around that cup, and just inhale that steam. So just make sure when you're doing that that the steam has calmed down a little bit. It's not super hot because you don't want to end up burning your delicate tissue around the nose, or having a steam burn on your face or anything like that. So just make sure that it's cooled off enough that it's a comfortable temperature over your face. So that's a really great way to inhale those oils aromatically. You can make a roller ball for this. So if you're having, especially if you're having issues come up on your skin with allergies, so a roller ball is a really great way to do this. So I did about 8 drops of each. I made this one actually for my daughter. So I did about 8 drops of each of those oils, and topped it up with fractionated coconut oil or liquid. You can use any liquid carrier oil that you have on hand: olive oil, avocado oil, jojoba, and apply this directly to the areas that are irritated. That's another really great way to use those 3 oils together this time of year. And then capsules. So recently, just a little story about a personal story. Recently, my daughter had a reaction to something outdoors. I think maybe there was all the melting snow. So she was having some kind of red itchy hives. So we decided to try some natural methods first before trying anything else. So I made the roller ball for her to put directly onto those areas that were irritated. And I made her some capsules with 2 drops each of lavender, lemon, and peppermint, a little bit of olive oil around it as well, or inside as well. And she took those twice a day. And really within 24 hours, her symptoms had pretty much dissipated. So that was a really great win, to use a natural method to help nip that in the bud. Copaiba is another really great oil to use during this time of year as well, if you are suffering from like the inflammation kind of seasonal discomfort feeling. Copaiba is real. It's basically also known as the CBD of essential oils. It's really great to help with anxiety and stress. And it's also really great to help with inflammation. So it's great to take internally this way. Copaiba is one that I'll often just take a drop under my tongue. It's got a bit of a tree, kind of like a woodsy kind of flavor. It's very mild though, so it's not too hard to get used to that one. So that's a great way to help deal with these seasonal discomforts in the household. We also want to think about detoxifying our body a little bit more during spring as things start to warm up, we're moving around more. It's a really great time to think about that seasonal kind of cleansing. um, so we want to look at our self-care products to begin with. So we want to just make sure that we're using clean, pure products. We want to be avoiding phthalates, synthetic fragrances, anything that's going to add extra stress and burden to our bodies. We can often make a lot of these things really simply at home with using our oils and some simple products. And they're so much cleaner and more pure than what we're buying. If you are buying pre-made products, a website that I highly recommend for doing a little bit of research on the ingredients and the products that you're using is the Environmental Working Group, or EWG.org. So they have a really great database on safe products. So many different companies are on there, and they've rated their products as from, I think their scale is from like a 0 to, I don't know, I can't remember now, but it's the ratings are all there for these different products, and they also do a breakdown of ingredients. So if you can't find your product on there but you're questioning some ingredients, you can usually plug that into their database and it will come up and it will let you know how safe that ingredient is, and what some potential side effects can be as well. So that's a really great website if you are buying your products. But again, do it yourself is so much fun and easy, and actually doesn't have to be that time consuming either if you kind of get a routine down with it and just make things as you go, or batch make them. And really fun way to get your kids involved in things too. So yeah, we can make simple solutions like homemade face oils by using just simple carrier oil and some beneficial oils for your skin type. Body scrubs are super easy to make. I actually repurpose my coffee grounds to make a body scrub. I just dry out my used coffee grounds and add a little bit of olive oil to that, or avocado oil. So it gives it a nice consistency, and a few drops of essential oil. And then I have a scrub to use in the shower. But you can make a sugar-based or salt-based scrubs easily as well. Homemade body butter is something that is really easy to make and feels absolutely luxurious, and you can customize the scents. I am just going to give a little disclaimer. If you are making homemade body products or using oils topically, you just want to be mindful of the citrus oils, as they are photosensitive. So that basically means that they can react with the sun. So if you're using citrus oils, other than, I think green mandarin is the only one that is not photosensitive. Just be mindful of where you're placing them. You don't want to place them anywhere that you're going to have sun exposure. So if you are putting one on for a scent, put it somewhere that's going to be covered by your clothes if you're going out in the sun, or at least give it 24 hours to wear off before you head out into the sun. So just be mindful, because they can cause the skin to burn if you have them directly on your skin and then you go out into the bright sun. So just a little disclaimer there for you to know. So a couple great skin serum oils that you can use. So I just like to use these roller balls again. And you can do, in the springtime, you might want to use oils that are a little bit lighter, like geranium, which is a beautiful one for balancing the skin, and green mandarin. Jojoba oil is a really great oil for the skin. It's very close to our skin's own natural oils. So definitely great as we want to lighten things up into the lighter season. I stick with a little bit heavier oils in the winter, but in the summertime, I like to lighten it up a bit. Another really great anti-aging blend would be something like frankincense, blue tansy, and sandalwood in a roller bottle. On my page, I do believe I've posted a couple recipes for face creams that I've made as well. There's a frankincense face cream on there, which is a really beautiful cream, especially for nighttime if you want something a bit thicker and richer. And there's a Better Than Botox cream that I make as well that I absolutely love. And it's got some rosehip seed oil as part of the base, and as well as, do you believe it, frankincense and patchouli in that one. But you can customize the essential oils according to your own needs. Skin dry brushing is a really great thing to do all times, but I really like it during this time of year when we're focusing a little bit more on cleansing. So you can get these dry brushes. They're a natural bristle brush. You can get different types. Some are a bit more of a round shape, but these are really great to help stimulate lymphatic flow in the body. They stimulate circulation. So it's great if you do have any stagnant circulation. And they help to promote detoxification by moving the lymph through the body. So when you're using a dry brush, you use up the limbs towards the heart. So kind of up the legs, up the arms towards the heart. On the torso, it doesn't really matter which way you're going. You can start out fairly gently in the beginning, depending on how coarse your brush is. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them at a lot of drugstores now. We have a little soap store in town that sells them as well. I know we even use them a lot in the spa that I work at. So I like to add a drop or two of essential oil onto my dry brush before I'm doing it. So anything that's going to increase circulation is what I love to do. So peppermint is really great. I love cypress. It's a beautiful tree oil. It's really great for circulation. That's what I like to use personally on my dry brush. So up the limbs towards the heart. You do this before a bath or shower. That way, whatever loose skin any skin, dry skin that you've loosened up, rinses off down the drain into the bath or shower. So that's a really great thing to do this time of year. A couple times a week is great. I don't think it hurts to do it every day though either. So dry brush is something that I really like to use on a regular basis. It will help your lotion to absorb in better as well if you're properly exfoliated. So you'll stay more hydrated. This for sore muscles, as we get outside more, doing a few more active things out in the nice weather. Deep blue and copaiba are really great oils to use to massage into sore muscles. So you'd put those with a carrier oil, give yourself a little self massage after some vigorous activity. These are also really great oils if you have kids that suffer from growing pains. I've often used deep blue for my daughter when she's having growing pains. So just massage it in with a carrier oil and then maybe cover her legs up. And if she put some heat with that as well, a little hot water bottle or something, and that tends to take care of it pretty quickly. So we also want to still think about boosting our immune systems because if we do have that congestion going on, we tend to be a little bit more susceptible to anything that's going around. Again, the fluctuating temperatures sometimes increase viruses, things that are floating around in the air. So we want to make sure we're enhancing our immune systems still. So On Guard, which I have up here on the screen right now, is a really great oil for enhancing the immune system. So you can put this on the bottoms of your feet. You can do this every night just to help give your immune system an extra little boost. You can put it in a roller bottle as well, put it on your kids' feet. I like to diffuse it in the air, especially if, in the mornings before we start our day with head out to school and work, and after we come home as well. That way, anything that's brought into the house is kind of taken care of. It's purified a little bit more. So On Guard is a really great one to help enhance immunity. And it's also really great to help clean your house. So to get rid of, you can add this to cleaners and things to get rid of germs that are around your countertops or in the house. You can make a homemade hand sanitizing spray as well using On Guard. It's really great. If you need it to be compliant with standards, you can add alcohol in the right ratio. If you just want to have it for your own personal, germ fighting uses, you don't have to add the alcohol as well, but that is definitely something you can do with the On Guard. So, so this is a little bit more of enhanced detoxification, women's health thing that I have I've known about this for a long time, but I've recently started incorporating it a little bit more. So I am going to be posting about this on my page coming up fairly soon. So I'm going to do a live on it. So watch for that if you're interested in learning more about this. So this is a castor oil pack. You can do this yourself by just using flannel and using some plastic wrap as well. But this one is really, it's kind of all in one. It ties right around your body, and it's got like a water resistant layer as well. So you don't have to use a lot of different, it's not nearly as messy as doing the ones yourself. So castor oil is really great to help support liver detoxification and digestion. Um, so we want to really make sure our livers are working properly to help detoxify things as they're coming up in the body. But we also really want to make sure our digestion is working properly, because if we start to detoxify things through the body and the liver, but they can't be processed and moved out of the body, then they're just going to end up being reabsorbed. So making sure we're enhancing our digestion. There's some of the things I was talking about earlier, adding digestive promoting warming spices to our foods, um, uh, dry brushing, making sure we're just drinking lots of water, things like that to enhance our digestion. Having lots of fiber is important, but this is a really great way to help as well. So you can you just take your castor oil. Make sure if you try to find it in a glass bottle so that it's a bit cleaner, and you just pour a couple tablespoons onto that castor oil pack, wrap it over your body. You can add some great essential oils on there too to help detoxify the body, and you can tie that on, leave it on for a couple of hours or overnight. Just make sure you're wearing something that's not too good, because as much as it is does help to contain the oil, it's not 100%. So you might get it a little on your clothes. So just wear something old if you're using a castor oil pack. So another great way to help promote digestion is Zengest, which I will get into a little bit more when I go through some of these specific oils. So Zengest is really phenomenal for enhancing digestion. It's great for any nausea, acid reflux, upset tummies. Um, it's something that I actually like to take after my heavier meal of the day, when I'm after dinner. I'll just put a drop or two in a little shot of water and take it down. It's kind of like that after dinner mint, helps to promote digestion. I have had a lot of clients who have dealt with heartburn, and they like to dilute it and rub it on that esophagus type, that area, and that really helps them to decrease their heartburn symptoms. For kids, it's really great to dilute and rub right on the tummy. Has a very soothing tummy massage if they are having some tummy upsets. I sometimes, if I happen to be, feeling a little nauseous for whatever reason or anything, I will just take a drop under my tongue and it's gone almost instantly. I'm always 100% surprised. As much as I've used it and use it all the time, I'm always surprised by how fast it works. So that's one that I like to carry with me at all times. So detoxifying our household, we also want to make sure our products that we're using to clean our house, so laundry, all-purpose cleaners, things that we're cleaning in the bathroom with, our windows. These are all really easy to make at home with really simple and affordable ingredients, and enhancing them with the powerful properties of the oils. So really simple all-purpose cleaner that you can use is, so I like to grab some of these bottles. Um, Amazon has them. That's probably the place that I've found them the most easily, but there are probably lots of great smaller places that you can order them from too. But around here, I haven't found them anywhere except Amazon. But these glass spray bottles are really great. The darker color is really good because it does help to preserve the qualities of the oils. So you can take one of these and add 2 tablespoons of a cleaner concentrate. So I love the On Guard cleaner concentrate that doTERRA has. So it's a really concentrated natural blend. It has On Guard. It has a whole bottle of On Guard in the bottle of the concentrate. It lasts for a super long time. I've had mine for probably 8 or 9 months now, and I still have a good amount left. So I 2 tablespoons into a bottle like this. Or you can alternatively, you can use a castor oil, or sorry, not a castor oil, a castle soap, a pure castle soap will work as well. About 30 to 40 drops of lemon in there, and top it up with water. And you've got a really great, beautiful smelling all-purpose cleaner. I like to change up the oils sometimes too. This one has a combination of, I actually used grapefruit and wintergreen in this one. So half and half. It's absolutely beautiful. I like just cleaning my house like crazy because it smells so good. Um, so you can add oils to your dryer ball. So I don't recommend using dryer sheets. For one thing, they're disposable, so they're kind of wasteful, and often they're full of synthetic ingredients. So the wool dryer balls are really great to add to your dryer to help with static and make your clothes nice and soft. You can add a couple of drops of oil onto your dryer balls to help scent your clothes nicely. A simple thing to do for scrubbing your sink is just, I like to do this once a week or a couple times a week, is I'll sprinkle a little bit of baking soda, a couple drops of lemon on top of that, and give that a good scrub with a sponge. And that really helps to take any stains away, a beautiful fresh scent in your kitchen as well. A really fun one to do, so this is my favorite little gem, is to, when you change your toilet paper roll, put a drop or two of what your favorite essential oil into the inside of your toilet paper roll, so that cardboard part. And every time you take the toilet paper off, you get a little whiff of whatever beautiful scent you put in there. So lemon's really nice for that. There's a beautiful blend from doTERRA called Purify. I love that on there as well. So it's a great little tip to enhance your bathroom experience. You diffusing your oils instead of using things like Glade plugins or air fresheners or synthetically scented candles. They're not things that we want to stay away from. So just diffusing your essential oils adds a little bit of extra moisture into the air as well, which is nice. A produce bath is a really great thing that I use this when I'm bringing fresh, especially in the summer, if I'm bringing fresh berries and things like that into the house, but any time of year really. So so you can take a big bowl of, so either, use glass or stainless steel of warm water, put a couple drops of lemon oil into that, and a little bit, you can put a drop of your On Guard cleaner concentrate if you have it, just a small drop. But if not, the lemon does a great job on its own. And just pour your produce in there. So you're going to have the water be kind of cool. You're going to let that soak for about 10 minutes and then rinse it off. It's a really great way to help dissolve any pesticide chemical residues that are on your produce. So this is really great for small things like berries or apples. It's really great also for like broccoli and things like that it's hard to really get in and clean it very easily. This will help to dissolve. Something that I have noticed from doing this, berries tend to deteriorate really quickly in our fridge. This actually tends to give them a little bit more life. So I find it helps to increase the amount of time that they're good in the fridge for. So that's a bonus. One of my favorite simple ways to clean the toilet when I'm cleaning the bathroom is to sprinkle some baking soda into the toilet bowl, some vinegar, and a couple of drops of tea tree essential oil. Let that sit for 10, 15 minutes before scrubbing the toilet. And that's a really fresh and effective way to clean the toilet without using any harsh chemicals. Spraying the countertops down. So you can just take one of these glass bottles. You can use the all-purpose cleaner, or you can just make a simple spray using lemon essential oil, tea tree oil, and just water, and wipe off your counters. It's a really great way to freshen up your kitchen and disinfect counters and get the kitchen germs off. So some of my favorites, again, just a little recap of my favorite oils for using to detoxify and clean my house are tea tree, lemon, peppermint, On Guard. So these are some of my favorites for that. So I'm just going to move on to go through some of the oils a little bit more specifically that I love to use. So we've already spoken of On Guard quite a bit. So Zengest is another really great one that I love to have this on hand all the time. Really great to help promote digestion and ease digestive discomforts. So this is, again, something I carry with me all the time. Lemon. So we've talked about lemon quite a bit. Really great to help enhance digestion and to increase detoxification. Super fresh household cleaner as well. You can make a tea out of lemon with just a little bit of water and a little bit of honey. Just beautiful, again, to and helps to rinse your laundry as well if you want to put a couple drops into your rinse cycle. And it's also really good to get off gunk. So, the technical term is gunk. So, if you have kids around your house and you have crayon marks on your wall or you have sticky stuff all over your wall, a couple drops of lemon is a really great way to get rid of this. Also great to take labels off if you like to reuse your bottles and want to get the sticky labels off of things. Lemon is really great to do this as well. So it's a really great degreaser too. So cuts grease really well. Peppermint. So peppermint, again, really refreshing, helps to uplift the mood. Really great for helping with headaches and congestion. You can make a peppermint tea using your oil, just a small drop. It is very concentrate, so it goes a long way. Peppermint's beautiful if you're making homemade chocolate or anything like that to add to your chocolate, and great for dealing with headaches. So on the temples, around the back of the neck, and it's very cooling as well. So one thing that I like to do with peppermint is to have these little spray bottles. And I'll be posting a little DIY that I have as well. I've to recycle your old essential oil bottles and make little spritzers and things out of those. You can make a little easy little spritz using a little bit of peppermint oil, a little bit of you can top it up with water, but a few drops of peppermint oil in a little bottle, top it up with water. Witch hazel, if you have that on hand, is really great to help the oil disperse a little bit better, so it'll kind of get out into the air. You won't have to shake it quite as vigorously every time. So this is a really great wake up spray. So if you want to wake your kids up in the morning or wake yourself up in the morning without hitting snooze, this is a really great idea. It's also really great as a cooling spray. So as start to heat up a little bit more outside, we're out in the sun, peppermint's really beautiful to help cool us down. You can even keep it in the fridge and come back in and cool yourself off with a beautiful peppermint spray. One thing I did forget to mention about lemon, which I wanted to touch on, was I love lemon in my salad dressings. So if I make a really beautiful, like a tahini dressing or a vinaigrette, lemon oil is just a really beautiful enhancer in the salad dressing. Lavender, moving on. I think we're moving on to lavender next. Yes. So lavender is it's a really great antihistamine oil. So this means that it's really great for dealing with those histamine reactions or allergic reactions to things like bug bites or sunburns, things like that. So lavender can be applied neat to the skin to deal with things like sunburns or insect bites. It's a really great relaxing oil, so helps to promote restful sleep. Again, you can do the same thing with a spritzer, but make a nighttime spray with this or a calming spray. So help to reduce any anxiety or anything like that. This one's beautiful on your dryer balls, especially if you're doing sheets, because then it's going to infuse your sheets with that nice lavender scent. A few drops on your pillow at night is great. Again, it's really great to help soothe skin irritations. So Deep Blue is a beautiful blend that I was talking about that's really great for sore achy muscles and joints. Great for growing pains. So this is really great even before exercise, just to put on the back of your neck and to inhale to help invigorate you and open your airways. It's really good. As a massage therapist, if I've done a long day of work, I love to come home and place Deep Blue on the back of my neck. Really great if you've had a lot of forward head posture from whatever you've been doing all day. Great on the legs if you've been standing all day for work, as well to help increase circulation and decrease soreness. Even if you're working on a computer screen all day and have that forward head posture, neck posture, which we all tend to with so much device use, Deep Blue is a great one for that. So Breathe or Easy Air in Canada is a really great blend. So the seasonal blend that I was talking about with the lavender, lemon, and peppermint is amazing. But Breathe is a really great one to go to if you want something that's pre-made. It's really great for any congestion or sinus issues. I actually like to put a drop of this on my mask if I'm wearing a mask for working, just to keep things clear and fresh throughout the day. Great on the shower floor to help enhance opening the airways as well. You can use this as a chest rub, almost like a Vicks, kind of like a vapor rub, chest rub, if you have kids that are experiencing congestion, or yourself even, or on the bottoms of the feet, diluted as well. So this is a really great pre-made blend that's great for opening the airways and helping with congestion. Tea tree is really great to help fight germs. It's very antimicrobial, antifungal, really purifying for the air. Helps. So this one's a great one for any cleaners. It's also great for earaches as well. So a couple of drops behind the ears is really good if you have kids that deal with earaches. Really great to, this actually is also really good for digestive support to rub onto the abdomen for this one you don't want to be taking internally, but it's really great to dilute and do a tummy massage with as well. Great for actually hair care as well. If you happen to have kids that are in school and maybe you want to try to avoid some of the creepy crawlies, anything like that. Tea tree is really great for anything that any fungus that'll, or any extra dandruff or anything that grows on the scalp. Also really great to help get rid of those creepy crawlies. Copaiba, I've mentioned a few times, like the CBD of essential oil, so really great to help enhance helps with anxiety, helps to enhance calm and relaxation feelings. Really great for inflammation as well. So this is a really good one for either just before bed or to help with inflammatory conditions in the body. So those are there are tons of oils that I use on a daily basis in my house, but those are some of my favorites for spring. So if you have been watching, or you know somebody who has been watching, or that you want to share this with, that you feel really want to get these oils into your hands or to their hands, there are 3 different ways that you can get doTERRA oils into your life. So the first is retail. So it's the most expensive way to buy oils. You typically would only buy doTERRA retail if you were buying from a clinic or like a chiropractor or a massage therapist or something like that in that clinical setting. Definitely the most expensive way to buy them. The next up is wholesale. So wholesale, so you basically pay a membership fee for the year. I know in Canada at the moment it is $42 for the year for the membership fee. So it's basically like a Costco membership. So just a lot of people will hear the word membership and it kind of scares them a little bit. So it's similar to a Costco membership in that you purchase the membership, then you get the wholesale prices for the year. You do not have to purchase every month. You don't have to sell essential oils or anything to be able to take advantage of the wholesale membership. But you also have all kinds of great member perks, like being part of our learning library, which you can get all kinds of great ideas of using your oils. Continuing education that it's provided on a weekly basis, and so many other great little perks from being a wholesale member. So the third way is below wholesale. So the best way to do this, so you could buy a pre-made package from doTERRA. So basically they have packages that they call enrollment packages that include the price of the membership fee. And the products are actually grouped together and they're offered at a discount. They're offered at less than you would pay for buying them individually. So it does include your year membership as well. And again, all the perks of the wholesale membership, the member perks. So that is, and there are opportunities to earn points towards your next purchases as well. So what can you expect if you do enroll with doTERRA? So I offer a personalized welcome package for people for anyone who signs up on as a wholesale member, personal consultation. So for myself, I like to include some nutritional advice in this too, and just as a little just as an incentive, my nutritional consultations are valued at $125 for a single session. So I weave this into a personal consultation for how to use your oils once you get them, as well as some nutritional advice that's catered to yourself and your family. So so that's something that I like to offer as part of a welcome into the group. You have access to our VIP education group, which is incredible. The vibe in there is amazing. It's a really great group of people with all kinds of amazing ways to use your oils. As we have a great community, like I was saying, there are lots of events that go on there that include giveaways and ways to win little fun things to use with your oils, or sometimes extra oils, and ongoing support throughout. So I am always available as long as you need any questions answered. If I don't know the answer, I will reach out and find it out. So those are some of the things that are part of your experience when you sign up and start with doTERRA. I also right now, so I'm just going to go through a couple of the little kits here that doTERRA has put together already. So this is a brand new one this month called the Aroma Essentials Kit. So this is a really great way if you just want to get started with oils and kind of bring some non-toxic living into your life. So these are smaller bottles. These are the 5 milliliter bottle size, and these are all blends except for just taking a quick peek here, wild orange and peppermint. The rest are all beautiful blends. Some of these blends have up until now have only been available for special promotions. They have not been available to buy individually on a regular basis. So they are absolutely gorgeous. And it comes with this beautiful diffuser. I love this diffuser. I think this will be my next one. So this is one great way to get started. The Healthy Essentials Kit. So these are the bigger 15 milliliter bottles, and a beautiful diffuser as well. So basically all the oils that we talked about today are in there. So this is a great way to get started. And if you know if you've already played around with oils, you know you love them, this is a great way to go because the bottles are a bit bigger, so they'll last you a bit longer. The Healthy Start Kit. So this is very similar to the last one, smaller 5 ml bottles. So if you want to test things out, there's also frankincense and tea tree in here, which aren't in the other kit. So this is a great way, and a beautiful little diffuser as well. A smaller kit if you are looking to kind of customize your own kit. Or get started with something a little bit smaller. This kit is really great. It includes a deep blue rub. So I have talked about deep blue quite a bit. Deep blue rub is a pre-made, like a lotion. So it's got the deep blue, and it's got a full bottle of deep blue in the tube. And this one actually penetrates really, really nicely into the muscles. So I find this one super effective. Actually, for even for kids, I find it's a little bit strong on its own. I love it on its own if I have really sore muscles. Sometimes for if my daughter has really sore muscles, I will dilute it with a little bit of carrier oil as well and use it together. It's beautiful. Or you can even add a bit of frankincense in there to give it a bit more effect. This one also comes with lemon, on Guard, and Serenity, which is a beautiful restful sleep blend. So the nice thing about this kit is that it is a smaller kit. If you're looking to build on this one, so you can add your own customized oils on here. So if you're looking for specific oils, if you're looking for oils to support digestion, or um, kids oils, something like that. So this is a great kit if you want to build your own kind of, and it also includes the membership fees, so you don't have to add that on top. So this month, for the rest of the month, we have some beautiful teammates in our team who are participating in an event called Diamond Club. So they have access to a couple of extra promotions. So any kit, any enrollment before the end of the month that is 100 points worth. So you can see below on the slides that I was showing before, each kit is worth a certain point value. Any enrollment that is 100 points to 299 gets a free Citrus Bliss oil. Citrus Bliss is a beautiful blend of citrus. So it's got some lime, some wild orange, it's got some vanilla. It's almost like a creamsicle. It's so beautiful. And any enrollments that are, so if you're looking at any of the bigger kits or one of the kits that we had mentioned and want to add a few extra things on, if your order comes to 300 points or more, you get the Citrus Bliss and Adaptive. Adaptive is a beautiful blend for helping to balance the mood. It's really kind of a good anti-stress blend. These two oils together are my daughter's favorite diffuser blend, and we actually made a roller ball for her to take to school as well with these two oils, because it's absolutely beautiful blend together. So just a little rundown on the three. Usually we have in doTERRA, you usually have a few different kinds of people who are kind of involved in, when I was talking about our beautiful community, we have all different kinds of people in there. So we have a lot of people who, just they want to start with their oils. They want to help enhance their own lives, their families' lives, and they just love to use them. This is actually how a lot of people start out. So these are the people who like to live the wellness lifestyle. So, they have their wholesale membership, and they, use their oils on a regular basis in their home. Often this leads to sharing your love of oils. We tend to see a lot of great benefits to using these products in our homes. So often we can't help but share this. And if some people more so than others. So you start talking to your friends and your family and telling them about this awesome DIY that you've just made, or this incredible thing. Like, I keep raving about how I clean my toilet to people. It's pretty, it's hard not to share sometimes. You sometimes end up posting things on social media, and this is a really great way to have people kind of come under your wing and be able to get your oils paid for. And then sometimes this leads to actually wanting to build a business out of this. Not for everybody, but for a lot of people, for some people, this is a really great thing. For myself, I know it was something that I really found aligned really well with my values and my current work that I was doing as a massage therapist and a holistic nutritionist. So for myself, it has become part of what I do with my business. So you can earn an income, you can make an impact by helping to change people's lives, and do good in the world. So it's there are so many different avenues. So if you would like to learn more or get started with some oils, or if you have people that you think that they just really need to talk to somebody who knows about them and get started, there are a few different ways that you can reach out to me through Facebook. You can look on my Facebook page, Mandy LeBlanc Nutrition. You can contact me that way. I'm on Instagram at Mandy LeBlanc Nutrition as well. And you can also email me at Mandy LeBlanc, MandyLeblanc, nutrition@gmail.com. So those are some ways to get in touch with me. As a couple extra little bonuses right now, if we have that great Diamond Club promotion happening, but I also have access to some the 5 ml bottles of wild orange until the end of next week. So if that's something that if you have heard about the wild orange and you really want to get some of that into your hands, I have some of those available as an enrollment perk as well up until the end of next week. And I also have a great little cookbook that I put together as well that I forward on to anyone who signs up by the end of the month as well. So I'm just going to stop screen sharing here. I'm going to check for any questions or comments. I think we're good. So feel free to reach out with any questions or comments. I hope you have a great day, everybody. I want to thank you for your time again. I will take care, and I will talk to you all again soon. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.